Hello and welcome to another episode of the 181 Rider Championship. Sorry that this video is going out a little bit later than normal. I've had some problems with GeForce Experience just not wanting to work, but it does now work, so that's good. I don't know if I'm going to be... I think I'll wait a little bit at the start this time, because obviously we have won the last couple of episodes, so I'll wait about 10 seconds at the start, see what position we actually start in, and go from there, since obviously not all the riders will know where they're going in this race. Without further ado, we'll head into it. Oh, let's get ready for the carnage. Hey! Never gets old. Oh, someone's doing some pirouettes there. Let's get started. Whoa! There is quite a few riders still on inside each other. A Sky Bike, Rossi. There's also a Motogp rider. There's Brad Binder's on the front row. He's got probably the perfect start, really. Oh, there's lots of riders inside each other. We'll get ready for them all to just get them exploding out. Apparently not. Oh, a lot of them are respawned. Oh, that's Suzuki. I think that's for Mullen. Just went flying up in the air. Rode up the side of somebody. Let's go. Oh, they're all just coming over to the left-hand side. That's fun. So let's go barreling into turn one. This is one of the laggier ones, definitely, for sure. Oh, a Moto... Red Bull Rookie, sorry, it's just cut across. Some riders stopped in the track as well. Oh, there's Kenny Foray. Oh, I've just narrowly avoided him. Why is so many riders just stopped on the left-hand side? I stopped all over the place. In 103rd position now, although my position keeps randomly fluctuating. I'm pretty sure the game is very confused right now. So it's 101st. Aaron Canet. Oh, why have I just said it like that? Aaron Canet in front of us. Jorge Navarro as well. Up the road a little bit. Vincente Perez had a collision with Rossi by the looks of it. Up the inside of Canet, the inside of Masaki, Jorge Navarro cashing to the back of the Moto3 riders. I think there's a Kawasaki mixed in there, Shinya Nakano as well. Obviously Nakano going to want to get some points because Kawasaki's still not scored any yet. But so many Moto3 riders are all having to cut to the inside, fly to the inside, hit Nakano a bit. He's by Mario Aggi now. On the inside of Nakano. Oh, there's someone off there, I think that is Lawson. Oh, a couple other people off as well. There's people stopped in the middle of the track again. Out to these are the Joe Roberts. We couldn't quite make the move stick there. There is an absolute horde of Moto3 riders. Look at them fanning across the circuit. Everyone's launching to the inside as we go down towards a tricky turn 12. There's Xavi Cardelus in front of us. Digio Kato as well. Someone's on the outside there has just got back on the bike. I'm not sure who it is, but they've got to have lost a ton of positions there. Trying to go on the outside of Xavi Cardelus. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Past Digio Kato up into 78th position. Lorenzo Baldassarre bed up the inside of Baldassarre. Oh, he squoze onto the curb. Basbo Benchinard as well. I think that was Stephen Oden. Oh, more riders crashing. More of them. Oh, there's someone stopped. I think that was Sam Lowe's there. Maybe stopped. Whoa, they're still stopping. They're stopped halfway down the straight. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm just fanning to the inside. I don't want to get hit. But we've gained about 50 positions just on overtakes on this lap. We were in about 100th coming out of the, going through the first sector. We're now up to 54th place. Jorge Lorenzo leads out of Quartararo. So that's going to be two good races in a row for Quartararo. Past Mick Doohan. Here we go then now. Over the line. Oh, there's still people stopped in the way. Channel Chu go to the inside of Chris Vermeulen. Up the inside of Vermeulen we go. Lorenzo's hit the back of a Moto3. There's still people stopped on the outside of the track. Jack Miller being one of them there. Oh, I think we can go straight through them. I don't think they're actually obstacles. I believe this happened back in Austin, where there was some riders stopped, but they weren't all over the place. They were just at the start, but they were all over the track. Random people stopped. Roberts Jr. there, past Roberts Jr. Up the inside of Tulovic as well. Past Tulovic we go. Alex Barros trying to get around Dimaseki Pratama there. What do you mean Barros battle for the British GP victory with past Barros now. Pratama's getting in the way though. Past Pratama we go up to 40th position. Danny Pedrosa up next. Loris Capirossi ahead of him. And I think that's the modern day Jorge Lorenzo ahead of them. This has been a very good episode so far, and we're only on lap 2 of 6. We've got plenty of laps in the rear. Trying to kick out into the Marc Marquez corner. I believe that's the Marquez corner. If I've got that wrong, people won't be very happy with me, I'm sure of it. People stopped in the middle of the track. Xavi Vierge. You can hear them revving their engines. I think they have no hitboxes, if I remember correctly, but I don't want to risk it. Jorge Lorenzo's down. I believe he was the one that was leading the race. So it's pretty unfortunate for him to have crashed there. Maria Herrera he's crashed into. So that means then that we are coming up, along to the Moto E riders. And yes, there's Sete Gibbon out. Oh, this bike's there's people outside all over the place. Capirossi, Ferrari there. Past Simeon Pedrosa. There's people just cutting across the circuit. People getting flying off. There's another Lorenzo hitting Herrera. Oh, Salvadori's right in the way there. Cut it to the inside. There's people in the gravel. There's people in the gravel. Who is that in the gravel there? I didn't quite get to see, but Sean Mir is now behind. There's, yeah, you can go through them because I've just gone through them. So that was pretty scary. I was looking back at Mir, and then there was people that was on. Miguel Oliveira now leads. Could it be 2 Tech 3 wins in a season? Obviously, Siren. But again, talking about the British GP, one there, 2 Rossies in the top 10, and Zarko Schrotter. Schrotter's up there in the top 10 as well. Brad Binder ahead of us with Danny Pedrosa as well. So we go flying now towards turn 1 for the 3rd time of asking. Danny Pedrosa is our target. I think it's a 2006 Danny Pedrosa, is it? Oh, goes through a lot of people there. Nakagami's one of the ones that stopped. You can hear a Moto E. They actually sound very nice in my opinion. I think that's Hafi Siren actually a couple of places in front. Jeremy McWilliams there. Trying to get next to McWilliams. There's Lorenzo. We're past Lorenzo now, and we are behind Hafi Siren. He's actually got a set of leather to Sailor Quino. So I think that's Lorenzo down again. So that Lorenzo that's leading the race is now outside the top 26. So that's where I am. There's a 2003 Rossi trying to go past Jorge Martin. We're past Martin. Lorenzo's going around the outside. Too many orange bikes. Too many orange bikes. Oh! Iannone with a dive bomb there. Wow. Outside of Iannone, past Valentino. There's another Valentino. We're going to outbrake him. Up the inside, we've had a bit of contact with him. We're making it hard on him. But he's actually kept the position. Fair play to him. He's actually kept the position. But up the inside we go. Now Gary McCoy's next. I can actually kind of just go through those riders, which is a weird feeling to think. You don't want to get too cocky though, because you'll end up running into someone that you can't go through. Past Caparossi there as well. I think that was Dominic Agata on the inside. We're at 18th position now. This could be a really good position legitimately as well. And we have waited. So we've definitely played as dudes in this episode so far. And we're only on lap 3 and we're up into 18th place. Oh, the front end. Got to watch out with the curbs. Aragon, probably one of the most difficult tracks on the game. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Some of the tracks at the end of the season are not particularly my favourites, that's for sure. Some that I actually quite like, but I'm quite bad at, and then others that I don't particularly like, such as Aragon. Not that keen on Motogp, if I'm totally honest as well. You'd think I would be, since it's a hard braking circuit, but I never seem to gain the advantage there. But Oliveira's got a massive lead over us. We're not going to get anywhere near him. Andrea Dovizioso doing a 1:48, so the AI kind of just lapping at their normal pace here, which is not helpful to me. What time are we going to do? 48.4, so we're actually going slower than Dovi here. But Casey Stone is ahead of us. He's trying to get on the outside of his fellow Australian Wayne Gardner. Oh, we've caught up to the Moto E riders once again. Once again, we've caught them. I'm not sure who we can and can't go through now at this point. There's Hector Garzo. Oh, that's Oliveira in front of us there. So we've now got past Miguel Oliveira. So we're just saying, oh, that was wow, not great. We had to sit up massively there. There are people down all over the place. We're up to 15th place now, but we were saying Oliveira was so far in front of us, and he's now right in front of us. We were in front of him, but we had to sit up to avoid a Moto E rider. And that is the fun part of the 181 Rider Championship, isn't it, really? When you have to, well, I'm just tipping it into a corner looking at what Oliveira's doing, because you're looking at what the people around you are doing, and all of a sudden there's someone going about 5 miles an hour in front of you, and you've got a quick decision to make. Closing speed over 100 miles an hour there. Xavi Cordaluz had a contact with Simoncelli, I think. Well, we have lost a lot of time. Iagora is still in front of us, so oh no, he's not, sorry, he's a lap down. I didn't look, I just saw 17 and knew I was in the teens, and I was thinking, hang on, Iagora was legitimately in front of us, but he wasn't, he's just been lapped. So, not a great day in the office for poor old Iagora, although he's 117th, so we've lapped so many, I suppose that's because a lot of the riders are stuck. But we've made not much progress on this lap, it must be said. We were behind Stoner at the start of it. Oliveira's done a pretty decent job to get back past Stoner. I think that's Marcel Schrotter in front of Oliveira there. So he was up in the top 10 earlier on in the race. We can go through those riders. I thought there were some riders that actually I couldn't go through. Stoner's got back past Oliveira now, though. I think that's because Schrotter held him up. So we've gone past Schrotter now, so it's a 14th place. We're going to try and go on the outside of Oliveira into the last corner. And Wayne Gardner's still in front of Stoner. Wayne Gardner was being attacked by Stoner at the first corner of this lap. And he's actually on the 500 held on. And I think Wayne Rainey's in front of him. Oh, we've hit Oliveira there. Almost down we go. Oliveira's got a hard tyre on. So we go over the line to start lap 5 of 6. Oliveira on the attack. So we've actually been legitimately overtaken by Oliveira, but we're back up the inside of him. We're not taking anything from Miguel Oliveira here. It's a proper scrap. We are behind Casey Stone. And now we've gone over the curb. That could have been dangerous. The curbs here are absolutely treacherous. Around the outside. of Stoner past Gardner, and then Wayne Rainey, as I said, is up ahead, but the rear is kicked. That's allowed Gardner to get back through once again, and here comes Stoner. Oh, and Oliveira's rammed into the side of us. Luckily we've not crashed there. I'd have been very angry if we'd crashed. Stoner going defensive. This has been a hell of a battle so far in this race. And Oliveira's done the pair of us. Fair play to Miguel. He had the pace to win this one, and he's not happy that it's been ruined by Maria Herrera, I believe it was that he hit. Not sure that it could have been any of the Moto E riders. I know that obviously the first guy, the Lorenzo that was leading, hit Herrera, and it looked like Herrera was near him again at the time, I think, but could have been any of them really. They're all going around very slow, of course. Wayne Rainey getting in the way, trying to go to the outside of him. We could make this a top 10. Who's ahead of us now? It is Jorge Lorenzo, so it's at Jorge Lorenzo. Not sure if it's the one that was leading initially, because obviously most of them have got the same number, so unless you see them, there is Herrera. Speaking of her, before, it's a crash for Herrera, so she seems to be the one that's being clobbered the most by everyone, bless her. Don't know who that is in the gravel there. It's Jessica Raffin, Mike D'Amelio. Go launch the left hand side. Oh no, that was probably not a good plan because they are spawned in there, but I'm 8th now apparently. So we go down towards the final turn. 8th, and who is that in front of me now? Still Jorge Lorenzo. We both managed to make it through then, the pair of us. Morbidelli looks like he's going to get a win here. Vignales, our teammate, up there as well, so some nice points for Yamaha in the constructors standings. Rossi's quite far up the order. Petrucci as well. Lorenzo 7th in front of us. We've got 1.1 seconds, 1 lap to do it, and it is a slower motorcycle, of course. Obviously, it's an older M1. And the one we've got, we lost the rear, we're down, we have crashed out of this position here. And that's just an error on my own accord there, into turn 1. So now hunting down a different Lorenzo. So that one, obviously the Lorenzo we're trying to beat is totally off the cards now unless he crashes with somebody. So we're back up into 9th. Can we catch up to Chris Vermeulen on the Suzuki? He's had a fantastic race, and I'm pretty sure he's been coming through the pack with us the entire race, Chris Vermeulen, because he ramped up someone earlier on, if you remember, that I pointed out. And we saw that right in front of us while I was waiting. So it actually seems like Chris Vermeulen has climbed the order with us. So fair play to Chris Vermeulen here. Tatsuya Nagashima's crashed with Nicky Hayden there. But I'm trying to hunt down Chris Vermeulen. Can we beat him? Who's that up ahead? It is Darren Binder, 112th, so a lap down. I'd say we don't have to mind him, but we probably do, because obviously he's not going to get out of the way. There's no blue, well, there is blue flags, but there's no blue flags for the AI coded in. Oh, and I've rammed into the side of Binder, almost crashed myself there. That's put me totally offline, totally off the circuit there. So there's me versus Vermeulen. Look at that rear tyre. No wonder I crashed at turn 1 with it being that hot. We're trying to outbrake Vermeulen into the scary turn 12. And I slammed on a load of rear brake, almost repeated what I did earlier on. We've got to watch out, really. Vermeulen's rammed Masaki. I don't know how he saved that front end slide as well over the curb. As we go to the chicane section, I've turned in too early. That could have been a crash there. Try and get the switch back. Try and get Vermeulen if we can. We've got a better exit. Vermeulen's on the curb. Side by side with Chris Vermeulen. Here we go. Up into 8th place. Is there anybody else that we can pick off? Oh, we've been hit! We've been hit by a Red Bull rookie, and I've been sent off into the last corner. Will that allow Vermeulen to get back through? Because I feel like he would have had a good run. I can hear him. I can hear Vermeulen. Through the last corner, over the curb, looking behind us. Vermeulen's right behind us, but it's going to be P8 here at Aragon, and that was one of the hardest P8s I've ever had to fight for, that's for sure. Wow.
Take us to the podium to see the award ceremony, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the final ranking of the Motogp class.
So it's a Yamaha 1-2. Frankie Morbidelli gets his first win of the season ahead of Maverick Viñales in 2nd, Dovi 3rd, Zarco in 4th, pretty good position, Petrucci 5th, so Ducati, they've had a pretty good race as well. Rossi and Lorenzo then in 6th and 7th, I'm in 8th, and we beat obviously Vermeulen to 9th, who's in 9th place, and then another Lorenzo rounds out the top 10. Oh, Billy Van Erde! Billy Van Erde's got points apparently. This is sort of what happens to us with the timing. When the game doesn't know what to do when they're like stuck and stuff, things like that. So Canet's got 11th, Billy Van Erde's got 12th, Kaitotoba 13th, Vicente Parrot. They're all Moto3 riders getting the last few points, except obviously Billy Van Erde's actually a Red Bull Rookies rider. Fair play to him. We actually extend our championship lead in that race of 34 points out of Jack Miller. Lorenzo now moves up to 3rd, 40 points behind us. Morbidelli moves up 15 positions up to 6th. So he must have already had some pretty decent races. We'll have a look how many riders have scored points now. But wow, that really was one of the best episodes we've had yet, don't you think, guys? That was intense. So look, so 95 of the riders have scored points, so over half. I think I was saying it's pretty close to half, and I suppose all those Moto 3 riders, such as Dalla Porta moving up 30 there, scoring points has definitely changed the favour. We've now taken the have we? It hasn't said we've gone up one, but it says Pramac have gone down, so we have now taken the lead of the championship in constructors. Obviously myself, Rossi, and Vinales, but it only shows the top 2 riders in the championship, I think. Although I would have thought Vinales would have been ahead of Rossi, so I'm not really sure what that's all about there, but we now move ahead of Pramac. Another Yamaha team, Petronas, in 3rd, so they've been doing pretty well. How many of the teams have now scored points? This really was a good episode, it must be said. Battling, actually legitimately battling. So 68 of the teams out of 102, so that's a pretty fair amount of scored points now. Constructor standings have any of the 3 that hadn't scored, no. So Kawasaki, Envy, Augustin and Energica still yet to score in this championship. But I hope you have enjoyed that episode. It was, I know I keep saying it was absolutely intense. I've been shouting my voice off. I've hurt my voice by shouting. So, I hope you have enjoyed that one. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope everyone's staying safe. And I shall see you in the next video.